All right, so it looks like it's 6:30, so we'll get started. I don't know how many people are also trying to watch the national championship football game that's going on at the same time, but we'll make it a little quick. But we just wanted to go over the Polar Plunge. All of the sites are live right now, so we just wanted to go over kind of what that process looks like, answer any questions anybody would have regarding any of the plunges. And then give any regional updates that we have as of right now that maybe were questions over the last month or so. So to start, Rose Swenson is on the call. She is our LETR events person now, if you haven't met her, but she'll kind of go over Polar Plunge and answer any questions you guys might have.
Yeah, hi everybody. Hi Nada. For those that haven't met me, I'm Rose Swenson. I took over the LETR and events side of Special Olympics Nebraska. It'll be a year in March. So this Polar Plunge season is my first Polar Plunge season. So yeah, so Taylor alluded, we just went live this morning. So everything on our site can get you to the registration pages. We currently have 4 plunges scheduled. Kearney is February 4th. Omaha is February 11th. Lincoln is February 18th, and Scottsbluff is February 25th. So we don't have any that cross over this year. And if anyone's from the Chadron area, there is not a Chadron plunge scheduled for this year. I'm going to attempt to share my screen, so we'll see if this works, and I'll get you to our site and see if that works. So give me just a moment. Oh, there we are. Okay, can everybody see? It's just our home page right now. Okay, so here on the home page, you can either click this Be Bold, Get Cold. This will probably be on our homepage for quite a while, or up here under events, you can scroll over events, go down to law enforcement torch run, and then over to Polar Plunge. Okay. So then that takes you just to the overall Polar Plunge page. If you scroll down, it'll just indicate all 4 dates that we have. And then within these bubbles here, you can click on your respective community and get through to the registration page. So for instance, for Kearney, it'll provide you the details. So February 4th, the time, location, the post-party or post-plunge party location. Scroll down, and then this is where you'll find the registration information. At the bottom of each of the pages, the 2023 incentives are also listed. Okay, so if anybody wanted to know or see those, they're listed right there. So I'll go ahead and click on the online registration. So then that takes you to Classy, which is our platform that handles all of the online registration. So from here, this is where you would go ahead if you're choosing to become a fundraiser, if someone is just donating, you would click either of those little bubbles there. Again, scroll down and it'll give you all the information that you need relative to that community. One thing that we have tried to add this year is images of the incentives, and these are cumulative. So if you get to the $500 level, you get both the 75, 250, and the additional 500 items. Yeah, and you can see that Annie has already looked like she's kind of already started a team here. Let me, I'll click through. So one more thing before I leave here, the registration form, this is going to be the PDF. I'm assuming everybody can still see all this. Okay. So this is the PDF, which is just like a hard copy of a registration form. So if you needed to print this out or download it and send it to somebody, you can as well. You know, they could bring this with them. the day of if they wanted. Again, it just has all the information for the incentives, timing, the information needed here on the right side, and then the waiver here at the bottom. Any questions on that so far? Okay, and then yeah, the other locations are just the same. So for example, Omaha, it lists location, timing, all of that, registration. It then takes you specific to Omaha's page. Again, where you can either become a fundraiser. So if you click this, you're either going to, register as an individual, you're going to join a team or create a team. But again, it still has the same information for what's happening, what's taking place, and then the incentives. And then as you scroll down, you'll see the top individuals and the top teams. Any questions? No? Okay. Mm-hmm. Taylor, is there anything else you want me to add on that?
I think just some things to maybe make note of. If you do have teams or know people that are plunging or any information you want to pass along, when people come the day of, if they didn't pre-register online, just a reminder, if they could have that form though, we will have forms there for them to fill out and donate their money. But if they could have the forms ahead of time, pre-filled out with all the required information, it just speeds up that process of getting people registered that day. Instead of having it gets kind of backed up with everybody coming up to say they're there or then to also register. So if they could just have that form printed out with the amounts, the team name, and make sure too with like check donations, or if you donate online, or if they're donating the day of, to really be specific about where they want that money to go. So say, even if someone is plunging in Scottsbluff and we're not having a Chadron plunge, but they want that money to go to Chadron, they can still say when they fill it out that they want that money to go to the Chadron delegation, and so forth. So just making sure that that's very clear, so it clears up any questions we would have on the back end when the development team is going through all the donations and registrations that we get, clears up some questions the day of. And then just reminding people too, it's when they do a team, it's $75 per person. I know we've had people in the past show up with a team with a 5 and they only have the $75. Well, that's just for one person. So if it's a team of $5,
$50.
$50. Sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
$50, 75 to get the incentive. That's my bad. But it's $50 per plunger. So if they want to do a team of 5, all 5 people have to have raised or donate that $50 to plunge.
Does the $50 have to be on their individual registration online, or just the team total has to cover everybody?
The team total would have to cover everybody. So
Okay.
sometimes people donate, one person will give us a $250 check.
Right.
And say, this is covering my how many ever people.
I think we would just,
people.
Yeah, we would just want to know who that's covering. Just, if you can either just outline that for us, just so that we know. But yeah, that's completely fine as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Taylor.
They do have to have sign a release too. So each individual, if they can sign that ahead of time, I know that helps speed you guys up a little bit too.
Yep. Anything they can do ahead.
As far as this is Jennifer from Kearney. As far as our team, we a lot of times we'll just kind of pre-fill in some of that stuff, like the team name and that type of stuff, when we hand out those registrations at, say, bowling practice or something. That way it's already all filled in for them. And we do fill in that spot that says that it goes to the Kearney team if it's our athletes. So it just helps the confusion a little bit.
Yeah, and I think to that point, I think it's probably also more important online, because it is challenging on our end to have to, and I don't want to even indicate that we can change that after the fact. So it's very important, like, you know, from the get-go that they attempt to try to get the team name in there so that, you know, we have it from, you know, from the get-go, the correct delegation.
Yes, because correct me if I'm wrong, Rose, but if they do not put anybody or any specific team or anything, that money just goes directly to Sony.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's important. It has to be when they register.
Yeah.
You know, we're unable just, you know, just the way that the process works to go back and add a team. So it does have to be added at registration. I'm indicating that if it's in print or, you know, the day of, that's probably a little bit easier than online. So that's why really from get-go, the team needs to be there.
Mhm. Yes, but as much ahead of time preparedness as we can get, it makes the day just go a little smoother and makes everybody have a little more enjoyable experience. I know sometimes it's hard to get people to fill stuff out ahead of time and come prepared, but the more that, and if people do bring donations the day of, it does get added to and they donated on Classy, those get counted as their total.
Yeah, that's one thing with this platform is unfortunately we can't add cash or checks onto this. But those will be counted the day of, you know, once they turn that money in at registration. But unfortunately, we can't track that online at this point. Does anybody have any other questions? Well, you guys, I mean, you can certainly get my email address. If anything comes up, you can shoot me an email, or, you know, give me a call.
Yep.
Happy to answer anything I can.
Yeah, and hopefully all the information too is on the website and in those spots. So if you have questions or anything, you can find all that information there as well. So if we don't have any questions about the plunge, I just had a few regional updates that I know were in question for a little bit, but we've gotten some things solidified, and so I'll just go over all of them and you guys can ask questions at the end. But we just finished up East Central Regional Bowling on Sunday, so yesterday, and the next upcoming ones would be East Region Bowling on the 21st here in Omaha at Maplewood, and then regional basketball in Scotts Bluff on the 4th. Is that still correct, Melissa? Okay. And then regional bowling in Kearney on the 11th, regional basketball in Lincoln at Lincoln High School on February 12th. Basketball will still be at Fremont as far as we stand right now. It's still at the Fremont YMCA on February 18th, and as well as February 18th will be West Central basketball at Minden Middle School.
That's East is on the 18th
Yes.
in Fremont. Okay.
Yes. Yep. And then we'll have aquatics in Kearney for West Central. So West Central Aquatics will be in Kearney at the Kearney YMCA, which I believe is a new location for that event. So just make note of that. And then on that same day, March 11th, we'll have aquatics in Omaha at the University of Nebraska Omaha, I think where they've always had it in the past. Level A aquatics is still scheduled to be held at Blair on March 18th at their YMCA, and then East Central Aquatics at Lincoln High School, that'll still be the same on March 25th. And then maybe Melissa, you can fill me in a little bit more just on aquatics and athletics for Shadron. Have you guys set a date on the 15th or the 22nd of April for either of those?
Not yet. We're still waiting to see if our swimming pool will be open.
Okay.
For sure on the 15th or when it will be open. It's been closed. We're shooting for those dates. So
okay. That's perfect. So we'll have an update, hopefully, whenever they know for sure about those two events out in Chadron. And then I know athletics, so East Central Track and Field, it will be in Omaha. We don't have a set date or location as of now, but we're still working with our venues. We hope it'll be determined here in the next few weeks, but you'll be hearing from Jane in the East regarding that event when it gets finalized. And then West Central Athletics will be in Grand Island at their senior high school. And then I don't know if everybody saw in the East Central, they have an update. Athletics will be April 30th at Wesleyan. So I don't think we had a date quite yet, but that one is April 30th. And all of these are listed on the, sorry, I'm blurred, on the competition calendar in the coaches portal. All of those updates have been made to that form. So if you have questions, the one on the website is the most up to date.
Did you say level A for East, Taylor? I didn't catch it.
Yes, level A is still scheduled to be in Blair at their YMCA and on March 18th.
Okay, and then you said that the one at UNO is on the 11th.
Yes.
Okay.
So any questions regarding regional competitions? No. Okay, well then this might be a shorter meeting, but that's all right. I did, since everybody's here, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. So we do know what the leadership meeting will be for next month. It is going to be our health meeting. And so what we're really trying to do in 2023 is emphasize health a little bit more in just fitness, and with our kind of being out of COVID for a full year and being back in the swing of competitions, we're really going to push more of a health focus. So it'll be led by Stephanie Sorensen in our office, our health and communities manager. And she's great. We might have a guest speaker as well, still trying to figure that out. But what we do want from our coaches is to potentially bring an athlete from your team in on a call so that they can kind of also be a health messenger, health leader for your guys' team. So it's not all the onus isn't on you guys trying to get your athletes motivated and to thinking about health. So you have another athlete on your team that you think would be a good leader in that aspect. So it gives you a little extra time to kind of think about them, who you think that would be for your team, and identify them for the call next month. So feel free, when I send out the link, it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll just send the recording out, the recording link of this meeting, and then the link to sign up for next month's meeting. And if you want to send that to an athlete or in their guardian or whoever it may be to join the call, that would be great, so that you're both getting the same information. But otherwise,
Taylor, do you know when that will be? What day?
I want to say it's the 12th again. It'll be the February 13th. So that'll be the second Monday in February.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Rose, can you stay on for a minute afterwards so I can ask you my team specific questions about the plunge?
Yeah, yep, of course.
And yeah, if anybody has any questions about any of this information, feel free to reach out. Or I'll be sending out the link for the recording of this video so you can share it with anybody if they have questions. So,
Do you know, this isn't really regional, but are we following pretty much the same schedule for state bowling and basketball? So singles and doubles would be on Friday, basketball on Saturday, and I'm sorry, ramps and doubles on Friday, basketball on Saturday, and singles on Sunday.
yes, there hasn't been any talk of changing that schedule up, so it should be the same.
Okay, all right, thanks.
And it'll be at the same gyms and same bowling alleys as last year too. So Sun Valley and Hollywood and Lincoln High and Lincoln North Star. or Lincoln Northeast, sorry.
Lincoln Northeast, North Star are the basketball ones, right?
Yes, yep.
And then Sun Valley and
Hollywood,
Hollywood. We changed from Park,
yes.
whatever that was.
It'll
Okay.
be
right.
Sun Valley and Hollywood on Friday, basketball on Saturday, and then all bowling will be at Sun Valley on Sunday.
Oh,
Or-
awesome. So we're just gonna have the one location on Sunday for singles.
Yes, yep.
Okay,
Everything will
perfect.
be at Sun Valley.
So what about teams for bowling then? I missed that part.
Teams will be on Friday, so it'll be doubles, teams, and ramps happen all on Friday.
Okay,
Then basketball and then singles will happen on Sunday.
singles on Sunday, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I'll let you guys go. Thank you again for joining. And we'll see you next month or at some of our regional competitions coming up.
Thank
Okay,
you. Have a good
thanks.
night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Taylor, while you're still on,
Mhm.
I'm still working on two of my bowlers registration. And I told them if they didn't get it to me by tomorrow, I was cutting them from the team because I can't like, and I didn't even know if I should offer that because I didn't know where you guys were at with like divisioning and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if I get it to you tomorrow, is it still okay or?
That is a good question.
Okay. I can ask Dave. I didn't
If
know if you would
anything,
know.
I would ask Jane because she's the one
Oh, okay.
divisioning and stuff, so she would know if she's still able to take.
Okay.
Any
Dave has been
has
the one
openings.
replying to me, so I felt like he was doing it, but I'll reach out to her
Okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he might have been helping her, and so he might be one to reach out to too. But I think either Dave or Jane would be the ones
Okay.
to probably best answer those questions.
Keep forgetting it's not your job anymore.
That's okay. It happens all the time.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make you the host, Rose, or did I make you the host? So that because if I leave, it'll end the meeting. So I just didn't want to.
Maybe you did.
Okay.
I think I saw it on my screen. I think you
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew.
I guess we'll
Yeah.
find out.
guys.
Yes.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yep. No problem. And let me know if
Are
you
you
have
still
another.
recording? Do you want me to stop recording or should I keep going with this?
I think I can stop.
Okay.
Oh, I think you have to now because
Oh, okay.
you're.